the NBA is they're trying to make this thing happen. They say they're going to make it happen. I think we all resign to the fact that they're going to do it, COVID or not. And schedule's out. Hopefully, everyone's took a look at the schedule. Any matchups you guys are looking for? Anybody you want to see? Any predictions, thoughts, comments? Scruff, you want? Matter of fact, let me go to Bryce. Bryce, I think you take this stuff real serious about that.
Hey man, I'm taking it real serious, and I'm gonna let you know, man. Everybody's sleeping on my Wizards, but no, I'm just playing. We don't got no shot, man. We don't got no shot, but it's all good. I'm happy I can see my team rock one more time. But a couple games that I've highlighted, man, that I'm really looking forward to, man. I mean, obviously, Lakers and the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? That's on the 30th, so they coming out the gate strong with that. And I think everyone's gonna have their eye on the Lakers and the Clippers, and I think that game might just give us a real good idea of which team's going to come out of LA as the dominant team of the entire league. So I do think whichever one of those teams able to ascend, as the playoffs near, whichever one of those teams able to ascend, I think they're going to be the top team, really, in the power rankings, so to say. Now, on the East Coast, I think it's going to get interesting because I think that the East Coast is much more of a crapshoot. You got all these guys, man. None of them played. None of them played ball over the last couple of months. Everybody been home chilling. Not going to say everybody. Most people been home chilling. You got a little bit of that Mamba mentality in you. You've been grinding away the whole time. So we about to really find out who's been grinding away the whole time. And I think in this type of format, we could be surprised. One team I'm really excited to see play is Toronto Raptors. I got high hopes for the Raptors coming into this. And I think they'll probably be the team to emerge from the East.
And we laughing at you, right?
Funny. This is funny. This is a funny point I made. This is a funny point. Hilarious.
Hey,
come out the East.
Hey, if you right, man, that's a bottle on me, man. I send that to you.
Man, I need a bottle for me. I need a bottle from everybody laughing. I need a bottle from everybody laughing, man.
All right.
Cross, that's you, dude. You were there cracking up.
Oh man.
Hey, it was so legit that you threw the Raptors at us. It was like, oh, you turn.
Oh,
all right. Hey, Ron, what you think, man? You probably have a little bit more sense than the Toronto boys.
All right, I'm gonna go a little bit of a different route. Yeah, that Toronto stuff kind of threw me off. That I gotta check my notes real quick, see where I was even about to say.
Changed since COVID, man. They got no
The most exciting game though that I'm looking forward to as far as the schedule release is definitely that first one, man. Lakers Clippers. We ain't had no sports, and we ain't had no basketball since COVID really started. I mean, when you think about it, they shut games down like midway. So I am very excited for that very first game. And the Lakers, man, I think the Lakers, they got it. They're going to win this whole thing. And really, bro, I think this is going to be an even bigger thing. I think because we're going to talk about social justice here in a minute, and we're going to talk about a certain documentary on Colin Kaepernick. But I think what's going to happen with this little COVID NBA season and LeBron, who's going to win the chip, I think they're going to make a documentary on this. I think LeBron is about to do some major things. I don't know if y'all seen the news. The stuff that he's getting into, and I know we talked about it on the show, even with the initiative to vote and all that. And I think LeBron, man, he's about to position himself for something beyond just sports. I think he's going to get his chip this year, and I think he's really going to start positioning himself to make some political moves, man. And I'm gonna make a bold statement. I think down the line we could see a LeBron presidential run. I really do, man. I know everybody gonna pause and look at me kind of crazy with that, bro. But like, I think it's going to start with this, man. I think LeBron's going to use this platform and he's going to talk big social justice, bro. I think LeBron has a unique opportunity to grab a lot of people because LeBron is a lot like MJ in the sense where you can't deny his talent, however you feel about politics or whatever. LeBron is the kind of guy where you're going to listen to what he's saying just because of who he is. So if he can maneuver and do things the right way, I think he could parlay this into something big. But as far as basketball, I think LeBron is going to dominate this whole thing. I think nobody's going to be more locked in than him. I think he knows that he can use this to cement his legacy. This will end the debate because even if you don't think he's better than Jordan, he's going to use this as something to say, well, he's LeBron. And we ain't going to compare him because he's LeBron. So that's my take on on this next or what's going to happen for this NBA season. It's the first step to the LeBron presidency. You heard it here first.
So Scruff, we got Toronto coming out of the East, and we got LeBron running for president.
I'm not getting behind that one. All right,
this is spun off into a bold segment.
I don't know about over candidate.
Scruff, do you have any comments, thoughts, and bold predictions? I need to hear.
Honestly, after what I say, y'all gonna think that I wasn't the one that was drinking. Cause like honestly, what I see is hold up.
LeBron not qualified to run for office, man. He needed.
Hey, bro, he can still get one.
Right though, he got a good point though.
He get an honorary doctorate.
It's never too late.
Real shit though.
Shot doctor.
Hey, where your degree, Doc? For real. Nah, for real though. LeBron ain't the president, man, but he about to make a run. Most likely. It's a good chance. So I think it's gonna come down to the Lakers and the Clippers in the West. I think that's not nothing too far-fetched as I'm saying here, but it's gonna come down to those two teams. Ultimately, with a shortened amount of time and everything's gonna come down to a heat, it's gonna come down to cream going rise to the top. It's gonna be Lakers versus Clippers. I think LeBron is gonna come out. I feel you wrong. He's going to have a nice little run. It ain't going to be a presidential run, but he's going to get political. You're right about that. Because when LeBron gets on the mic, just like when I get on the mic, sometimes you get the energy, you get the feeling. Sometimes you just don't know what you're going to say, and you just get in the moment. You say, you know what? F it. I'm about to say what I feel like saying right now. And LeBron has done it on the NBA mic more than once. He's about to do it a couple times during this little run during this COVID. You best believe it. So, yeah, he's going to make some statements. I think the Lakers will ultimately come out the East. And then I don't see how Toronto's going to come out the East, unfortunately. I think in the run of the season, maybe they would have had a chance. But after the COVID situation, like I said, cream is going to rise to the top. So ultimately, I think that it's a very easy situation for Giannis to muscle through to the East. The only true threat I have in the East right now is going to be between two teams I think could potentially be wild card teams in the East right now, winning the East.
Let me guess.
Relax, my friend. Let me do my job. Thanks. Boston Celtics, I think, have a legitimate shot to win the East. Honestly, before this storm ended, they were in the hot seat. They were winning a lot of games. Jason Tatum was playing at the top of his game. Right now, he's the most overrated player on NBA Twitter, but it's because he was literally the most hottest player right before the shit shut down. So watch out for Boston. Watch out. I'm saying they could win it. Crazy. They could win the East, but they're not going to win the whole thing. But watch out for Boston. That would be my first pick as a wild card team. And I'm going to say it just because I got to say it. Don't sleep on the Sixers. They might actually have a run. I don't think it's going to happen, but I say
why are you saying it?
I gotta check my boxes in, Bryce. Come on.
I feel that. And I do feel you. I do feel you with that sentiment that the cream gonna rise to the top. You know, I agree with that, and especially because a lot of guys, you know, I think it's gonna hurt the super duper athletic guys more than it hurts the super duper skilled guys. That's just my opinion. I think that maybe you're looking at it like it's going to hurt the super athletic guy. I mean, the super skilled guys a little more.
Yeah, I see a team. They've been out of the gym. Giannis going to muscle you. Giannis don't need to be in the gym every day to muscle you down into the paint. That's all I know.
I feel that. But
I promise you.
I'm going to tell you this. Boston, they don't. Well, this is my opinion. They don't have what it takes anymore. You know what I mean? I think that Al Horford was a huge piece to what they were building, what they had, and when they were starting to get back in those playoff runs. And now he's gone, you know what I mean? And I don't see that playoff pedigree. See, this is one thing I hold very high. And y'all know this. Truck, you know this. The playoff pedigree means a whole lot, and people overlook this a whole lot. And I don't want none of y'all to forget the Raptors. I get it. They had Kawhi Leonard. Cool, right? They got the same record, damn near identical record, 3 years without Kawhi Leonard. And they got the same record again this year, right? But this year, that whole team has championship experience. They don't just have making it to the championship experience. The whole team has winning the championship experience. And if you think that's not enough to get you to the Eastern Conference Finals alone, you're sadly mistaken. I can almost guarantee you the Raptors are going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think the experience they're going to bring to it is going to win it for them. Now, I can almost guarantee, now I'm almost willing to take any bet that anyone willing to put up that the Raptors are in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm willing to put bread on it.
I got to
so
see.
So y'all think the Celtics and the Sixers and the Bucks, which is believable, but put your money where your mouth is, Scruff. You love to say that.
Hey, I love to put my money where my mouth is. First of all, you're forgetting one major thing about the money that went down, and for the Raptors to win the championship, they had to win it, and they had to go through the East. And they only went through the East and beat the Sixers because Kawhi Leonard shot. Without Kawhi Leonard, they're not winning. They're not winning. They're not winning. Kawhi Leonard is the X factor. That's what made them good. They were getting destroyed. They were the joke of the East. They were the joke of the East. Oh yeah, they were over here.
Dwayne Casey was coach of the year,
owning them year after year, bro. Until Kawhi.
Because it's LeBron. He's the best player in the world. Dwayne Casey was coach of the year. They fired him after he was coach of the year. You know what that means? That means you had the best record in the league. That was without Kawhi Leonard. That was with DeMar DeRozan.
He got fired the same year.
Guess who replaced that? Pascal Siakam. And what is he looking like? He's looking like probably one of the best players in the East, top 3 right now, in my opinion. So you can look at it how you like. I'm trying to tell you, Toronto Raptors are something to be reckoned with right now. Guaranteed.
Top 3.
In my opinion, after this season,
he ain't better than Giannis. He ain't better than Jimmy Butler. He ain't better than Joel Embiid, man. Period.
I mean, the Raptors remind me of.
I take him over every guy on that list except Giannis.
The Raptors kind of remind me of the Pistons that went on that run with a bunch of guys that might not be the top of their position, but they play well together. They're well coached, and they can get it done. Like they're willing to get into a dogfight with you. But I just feel like after this layoff, like. Kind of the opposite of what you said. I think the skill guys suffer the most when you haven't been playing competitively. I think, like I said, Giannis can muscle you. The athletic guys, you can still run and jump, especially the young guys. They're still going to be able to run, jump, outlet, fast break, dunk, throw oops. I think the teams with the most talent in this situation, not the most coaching. I think the teams with the most talent, with Boston, the Sixers, the Bucks, I think those 3 teams are the teams to beat just because in any gym, in any country, coaches, no coaches, they have pure talent. You know what I'm saying? It's just a large group of talented athletes, man.
Well, one thing I'll definitely do is I'll argue the talent. I don't think that the Celtics, definitely not the Sixers, are just way more talented than the Raptors. I don't see where that, and I get it. I mean, I understand it, but I just don't agree. I mean, you talking about Kyle Lowry. If you're talking about best point guards in the East, where does Kyle Lowry rank? He got to be in your top 5. He has to be. So they got one of the best point guards in their conference. They got, in my opinion, probably the second best small forward in their conference. They got one of the best centers over a defensive player of the year at center, the former defensive player of the year at center. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start looking at somebody, Fred VanVleet, probably one of the most underrated players in the NBA.
Probably.
You agree? So you agree? You agree, though. I'm just saying, bro. Like,
these are
that talent up next to the Sixers. I don't know.
They're not strong words, my friend. They lost Kawhi Leonard, bro. That's the biggest thing.
I get that, bro.
They had DeMar DeRozan, who was a
lost an X factor.
Then they had Kawhi Leonard, who was a superstar player, and then he just left. I'm
not disagreeing with that.
Everybody else became much more confident, which made them a better team overall. But I don't see them having the firepower. When it comes down, push comes to shove, I love Kyle Lowry. Trust me, I love this kid. I got his autograph back in the day somewhere in my closet hanging up. I promise you, I love the kid. He's got game, and he's proven it and overcome everything he has. But I don't think they got the guy that's going to close this game out for them. But that's why I'd say I'd take the Bucks or the Celtics over them.
Okay, if I do buy that, I would have to ask you, right? Who is this talent pool? Let me ask first. Who is this talent pool in these other teams that are so much better than what the Raptors have in their talent pool? I just want to know. Like, the Celtics got a big 3, right? I say the Sixers have a big 3, right? And in my opinion, the Raptors have a big 3, and like those other teams, they have a lot of young guys, a lot of young studs around those dudes who get the job done. And they all stepped up huge in that championship run. Like, like guys were stepping up huge in that championship run, and my boy Siakam just carried the torch this season as the best player on the team. And I really think they're gonna be tough. And don't forget where their head coach comes from, man.
Where's he come from?
Yeah, I never knew.
Nick Nurse.
He's had a good first season. I'll tell you that.
Spurs, he's a Spurs assistant, right?
Okay.
Who's Brett Brown? That's not saying much.
That's not saying much.
I'm not gonna fake the fuck, man. Spurs assistant, if that's all he's got, man, it's a lot of those, man. A lot of those. Brett Brown, he about to be a free agent.
Brett Brown is what hold y'all's team together. You better stop playing with Brett Brown. Y'all get rid of Brett Brown to see how good y'all
get me started on Brett Brown. Don't even get me started on Brett Brown.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, y'all got it good with Brett Brown. You better. I'm trying to let you know, because what y'all got there is a whole bunch of pieces that do not fit together like a puzzle. Y'all just got a whole crazy puzzle that's just like it don't work. I love the guys. They all top 25 guys.
Nah, thinking about it on paper, you might have a point about the Raptors having some guys, but I don't know. We got to see it play out because I'm just not a believer without Kawhi. Maybe it's because they're in Canada, but I don't know. I'm not a believer.